What's going on, guys? Kaiger here, and today I'm back with another Summoner's War Chronicle video. Today we're going to talk about tips and tricks and run you through the two ruptures, the Sunken Ruins and Sky Island. Let's run you through them and show you what's going on. Let's get into it. Alright, so I got a pre-recorded video right here. It's a little over 2 minutes of the full run through of Sunken Ruins. So both of these, Sunken Ruins and Sky Island, the ruptures, will give you a bunch of transcendence materials that'll help you break past level 60, as well as give you a good chunk of experience, and you can do it 2 times a day. That second time per day is to get a good chunk of gold. Now, right here, I'm going to start playing it, is the first wave. I didn't really show what was happening because there's the exact same one in the second room. So really there's several waves, and you literally, if you want to get the best time, you just run straight through. I'm using my rolls to get over there and just pulling everything together and just AoE it down. Some good AoE monsters will be good. Right here I'm using a unit to give me invincibility frames during the big mob fights. I'm applying blind with my light weapon, and then I'm using the water Garuda to give myself cooldown going on. And then we get into one of the weirdest mechanics here, and I actually end up messing it up because I was recording, but you can literally ignore this. So if you just run straight on through, the moment the middle one starts to come down, you tumble forward, keep going, and then when it comes to the middle again, tumble to the side, and then tumble to the side, and you are past it. Making our way all the way to the orb at the end, which turns off the traps, take down the door again. Now, in this room, there's more waves of monsters, and there's two statues at the end. The one on the right controls the summoning, the one on the left controls the bombs. I recommend destroying the one on the right first. Ideally, you and your allies would take care of them both at the same time, but if you're solo queuing and you get some pubs, then I would recommend doing the right before the left, and then you just kill whatever's left. If you're worried about the bombs coming down, go ahead and dodge and restart. It saves your progress. And then we get into the boss fight. The boss itself is super easy. The only thing he really does is he does ignore defense with his damage and stuns on occasion, but almost all of his hits can be avoided if you stay on top of him. As you'll see, I'm effectively on top of the guy and just wailing on him. He does apply offense up and defense up to himself, so if you can strip those, or something like a blue lich could be really powerful because it strips those, gives it to himself, and if he hits the target that has been stripped, it gets the cooldown and gets to keep going. Now let's get into the other rupture. And here we have Distorted Sky Island. I'm going to go ahead and play it. So at the very beginning, there are buffs that pop up on the ground. Attack up, defense up, recovery up, and elemental bonus up. And before going into the match, you can see what the beneficial effect is. As you see, I am using a light weapon and I have 2 light monsters with me, so getting the elemental bonus and the attack bonus are going to be very beneficial. So as you'll see, only 2 can be picked up: attribute up and attack up. I showed the bonuses. And then what happens here is waves come in trying to kill the crystal in the middle. Right after the first wave happens, you will see there's monsters that go directly at it, which I use a taunt to pick them up. and then I start looking around for these little swords in the ground, as you see at the top right and top left. Magic devices. These are giving magic outlet. These are giving buffs to the monsters, making them hit a lot harder and making them harder to kill. So taking these down are top priority, and they pop up at this wave and somewhere in the second wave, and as well as in the boss wave. Now, the only thing you need to worry about here is some of the ones that zerg the magic stone. Pick those up with a taunt if you're Cleef, AoE them down if you are Kina or the mage. And these palakas right here, they ignore taunt, so they are always going to go dead on to the crystal, and they are your first priority when they spawn, because they deal 15 to 20% of the magic stone. So you obviously don't want that to happen. I believe it's 15% normally and 20% if they have the sword bonus up. So we're just taking down the waves pretty easily. As a Cleef, what you can do is you can let your two allies kind of do what they want and just stand on top of the stone and pick up everything with your taunt, and then chase down palakas. As you see, I am immediately going at palakas using my cooldown skill with my water Garuda to burst them down to make sure they die. Going into the second wave, I'm rotating the screen because the portals will open, and you'll see several of them are small portals and a couple of big portals. The big portals are where the palakas come from. As you see, I'm trying to AoE, get down the magic outlet, get down the wave of monsters, magic outlet as well, and then palakas start spawning. It's a very, very easy map as long as you understand you gotta kill palakas when they spawn, you gotta kill the magic devices when they spawn. And the boss has an interesting mechanic, but not very hard. So the boss is going to be very soon, and what happens with the boss is you can just zerg him down to 3 or 2 bars left, and then he'll start being invulnerable. Now, if you're not super strong and you're trying to do the level 4 when you're really in the level 3 range, what you need to do is he will spawn several of those magic outlets. And whenever he goes invulnerable, you have to kill a magic outlet, and then he is no longer invulnerable and you can then kill him. There are several there. They're all giving him buffs. So you can do it one of two ways. You can either make sure you destroy all of them and then slowly bring him down, or you can zerg him down to 3 or 2. If you save some big hits, you might be able to one-shot him. What I like to do is put him on top of the magic outlet and AoE him with the magic outlet. As you see, one spawns right behind him. I wasn't able to do the full AoE. I dash to it, kill it, and then we take him down nice and easy. But that was a quick and easy on the Ruptures, guys. Let me know in the comment section down below if you have any other questions. If you hit the strategy button in the game, it will tell you what element the level you are on is. And when you clear these 3 times, then you can start autoing them. But as you saw in the Sunken Ruins, as well as the Sky Island, manual is pretty much where you should be if you're trying to push leaderboards and such. But that's it for you guys. Until next time.